Alright, welcome to our debate competition 2021. Now this week is British Science Week, and so we have opted to do a debating competition where we get to debate topics concerning science. Now the moot for year 4 debate this morning is technology will diminish social interactions and reduce human activities. And we have Ash class, Wave Ash class, who is going for the moot, and Holly class, who will present arguments against the moot. Alright? I also want to introduce the speakers. The first speaker from Ash class, second speaker, good, and third speaker. And from Holly class, first speaker,
Paris.
Second speaker, third speaker, Malachi. Good. So welcome and all the best. Remember to do your best. Only your best is good enough. So the judges today, we have 3 judges today. All right, we have Mrs. McMasters she's the assistant principal at the Sally Studio College. Yes. And we have Mrs. Joyce Thomas, and she's your lead safeguarding officer. And we have Mrs. Jones, who will join us shortly, and she's the head teacher at Brookside Primary. The first speaker from Ash class.
Good morning to the speaker and my fellow classmates. I propose the motion that technology will diminish social interactions and reduce human activity. I will focus on just how advancements may affect children. My first point is, when was the last time you received a letter in the post? Unfortunately, some children will never get to experience such joys. In the past, sending letters and faxes was the norm. It's not as common to send letters and faxes nowadays. If you carry on using social media at the extent we do, the children of tomorrow will not know what a letter looks like or feels like. My second point is, children often learn from observing and interacting with parents and peers. With technological advancements and lack of human interaction, certain social skills can be lost or delayed. My third point is, although laptops and iPads can sometimes be educational, it could be agreed that they are addictive. As a result, children will constantly want them. Do you want to be responsible for causing an addiction? My fourth point is, can I ask a question, please? Kindly raise your hand if you use your laptop or iPad daily? Can the same children please keep their hand raised if they attend the club outside school? This is what technology is doing to the children of this generation. Rather than interacting with peers and doing an activity, the children of nowadays prefer to spend hours with the internet. My first point is, every child has a gadget and is always distracted by it. Virtual distance has become a real thing. People are physically together but detached from each other due to being completely absorbed with their technological device. This can be seen with some parents who choose to hand a gadget over to their child to stop them crying or to entertain them. It is also uncommon for people to spend less and less time actually talking with each other and more time glued to their mobile devices or TVs. Human-to-human interactions have been replaced by human-to-AI interactions. Step by step, people's jobs are being replaced by AI, decreasing human interactions. When AI takes over repetitive and dangerous tasks, it frees the human to go home. So all the other people that would normally interact with him or her will be next to an AI. E.g., right now there are self-serve robots in shops. Normally there'd be a person who could maybe interact with that person, but due to the robots, it takes over their job and sends them home. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, Mrs. Hampton, teachers, my worthy opponents and audience. Our moot for today's debate stated that technology will diminish social interactions and reduce human activity. We, the Holly class team, are here to tell you that we strongly disagree with that statement. My worthy opponents and audience, don't you think that technology has saved us from complete human isolation during the pandemic and has helped us in various other ways with social interaction.
Yes.
During the pandemic, people had devices, but they were still suffering. What does that tell you about technology?
My name is Karis, and my first point is technology has many positive effects on social interaction and human activity. Firstly, being able to reach friends and family quickly helps to improve the efficiency of communication. Mobile technology makes it easy to get to or to keep contact information in a mobile device. You can reach out to anyone you want to with questions or updates from anywhere in the world. Since the invention of the telegram and the adoption of new technology such as television, smartphones, and social media, many have had fears of the decline in face-to-face interaction and potential decreased happiness. However, according to the Science Daily website, researchers from the University of Missouri and the University of Kansas have claimed that the use of technology and social media have no significant negative effect on social interactions or social well-being. If you think about it, people are able to communicate with others from all over the world face-to-face using various social media platforms such as FaceTime, WhatsApp, and other video formats.
Point of information. Sometimes, actually, it can have significant negative impacts. And you always have to bend your back and go in an unnatural position when you're in the room. That puts a lot of stress on your shoulders and back and neck.
Thank you.
Without technology, people will be limited to interaction with people within that area, especially people with physical health issues who are unable to travel very far. Therefore, with technology, they're able to socialize online with people globally. With this in mind, my worthy opponents and audience, do you not see how technology does not have any negative impact on future social interactions? Thank you very much for judging and listening.
Good morning to the speaker and to my fellow classmates. I will add the point mentioned by Adam to why we believe that technology will diminish social interactions and reduce human activity. My first point is, according to research, our communication skills have decreased because we have stopped talking to each other and instead relied on social media. Apps like Rebuttals.
Technology has actually increased social interaction because people online have actually decided to meet up. Instead of face-to-face, they have decided to meet up online.
Yes, but instead of what I was saying, apps like Uber provide taxi services at a press of a button and replace the task in robot information. To the driver directly, meaning you can jump in without uttering a single word the whole ride. My next point is, human-to-human interactions have been replaced by humans through AI, artificial intelligence. Interactions, step-by-step jobs, are being replaced. Technology has modified human behavior by creating a gap between people in an age where robots and AI are slowly replaced. Human within workplace.
Piece of information.
While people,
If AI is taking over jobs, then doesn't that give more time to socialize with others?
well, if people,
Maybe we can answer if you wishes.
Well, first of all, even if you're spending time with other people, you can at least take a break from talking to them, because you could talk to them on many other types of technology that doesn't basically interact with your face or with yourself to uncomfortable body. Communication has already decreased as a result of Google, Roblox, Translate, WhatsApp, Twitter, just to name a few. Do you want communication levels to further drop? An example of this can be seen with people abroad on holiday. Rather than learn the language or ask locals, tourists prefer to use a translating app for communication. Next point. We will stop meeting up each other and instead rely on technology to communicate. We are human beings and our existing is core to human interactions and working as a part of a team.
Last bit of information. If we were to stop working as a team, would that mean we wouldn't be here to work together to disagree with each other?
Well, even if we wouldn't, well, there's many other ways to instead of using interaction and technology, you could at least use something else. For example, you could say this TV. We wouldn't need it. Lastly, for my last one, we are so reliant on technology nowadays. What would happen if one day technology came to a grinding halt? How would we survive? Now, thank you for listening, and that is my comments.
Thank you very much.
My name is Lee, and my second point is technology does not diminish social interactions and reduce human activity. With creating and coming up with new technology means humans and interactive discussions. It may reduce jobs and affect some people's livelihoods, but interaction are a necessity, and it is human nature to keep that going. Based on sometimes, in most cases, technology actually decreases social interactions.
You can challenge and ask how.
How?
Because, for example, you have family around you in the same household, though you are too stuck into your games to actually interact or help your mother, father, or brother, or anything else.
Yes, but also that you might be stuck to the internet. You would need food to survive. So you would eventually have to come downstairs to eat your food.
Sometimes you can just bring your iPad there, you keep playing while eating. So you still want to interact and not still play because of game, but you still eat.
But wouldn't that be harder and more difficult?
It would be harder, but games are so excessive that it will still happen.
Yes, but what if parents were to disagree and take the technology away?
They wouldn't, because the children of nowadays, when we grow up and have children, or we will be used to that. It will be a habit to just go on our iPads and allow our children. And some parents even allow their children to play all day. So it has already started from now. How it will be in the future.
Yes, but also, what if family were in different places? Wouldn't you need to contact them from the internet?
You can just send a letter. Based on the science in state, the researchers from Enemy School of Journalism set up 2 studies. The first study was a group of people who used social media between 2009 and 2011. And they found that increase of social media had no association with changes in the direct social contact. In fact, the participants' feeling of social well-being actually increased. The second group of studies were a group of students who use social media and messages
Sorry, remember you say point of
for 5
information.
days. They found that when using social media, there was no impact on future social interaction. As a result of giving them in charge, they were able to kind of future jobs. The researchers were able to conclude that with passive use of social media, this usually leads to lower levels of learning.
If people are using technology, they could say humanity has used technology for too long, and that has made them lose their eyesight, or even worse, have a brain damage.
How?
That's good. If
Save that for your bottom.
They found that using social media, there was no impact on future social interaction as a result of keeping them in touch. The researchers were able to conclude that with passive use of social media, this usually leads to lower levels of well-being if that person had been alone during the day. With this in my worthy opponents and audience, do you think that when we responsibly use technology, this leads to a more positive, happy society?
Sometimes the internet could lead you away from being responsible with your technology.
Thank you for this.
How?
Good morning to the speakers and my fellow classmates. I will review the motion put forth and argue against the motion that technology will not diminish social interaction and reduce human activities. My first point is technology will take over our lives as we carry on using social media as a means of human interaction. As a result, people will choose to socialize online instead of in person. I wonder how many accidents have occurred as a result. People walking around with their heads bowed into their devices, simply not noticing anything or anyone around them. Although technology has helped us to bridge a global gap, it has also helped us to create a larger disconnection between people, and an example of this can be seen with children glued onto laptops or iPads for hours playing Roblox. Instead of meeting physically, many people have communicated over the internet. This has resulted in many people living in the digital world more than the real world. Such as actions have been the reason to why nowadays people build shallow relationships instead of meaningful ones. Look at this picture, what can you infer?
There's a laptop on the head there.
Yes. Thank you for this one too.
Thank
My name is Malachi, and our third point today is with the social distancing norms and nationwide lockdowns, people and organizations all over the world have had to adjust to new ways of work and life during the COVID-19 pandemic. The COVID-19 pandemic has reduced human activity, and we can see a rise in mental health cases. However, with technology, friends and families are able to keep in touch with each other during the lockdown. This has helped people from going into depression and other mental health disorders. Schools are able to teach children online and on face-to-face platforms, which has helped a lot with their mental well-being, which in turn leads to happy children and parents. According to the website Frontiers that deal with the analysis of mood and anxiety disorders, the use of technology was recommended to relieve stress and anxiety and decrease loneliness by keeping in touch with their loved ones or being able to speak to mental health professionals. Technology has transformed the workforce into a mobile one. This means that people can work from home or from anywhere in the world and can work together with team members through mobile phones, internet resources, or video calls. This creates employees who produce more and are happier and who have greater flexibility in work hours and their location.
If you do work from home with technology in the workplace, your friends within the workplace will be disconnected from them and not talk to them and reduce your activity and engagement.
Yes, but what if the people who are inside the workforce are actually online and they are talking to them while doing the work at the same time?
You cannot, that would be very hard and difficult task. And if you're in a hard workplace.
Mobile workers can access all important forms, information, and company materials in exactly the same way as in-office workers. My worthy opponents and audience, creating meaningful relationships is often about sharing our lives with others, and technology can allow us to do so through photos, videos, text, and music. Even older people in care homes are using technology to stay in touch with friends, family, and people with similar interests. Chat rooms and discussion boards are particularly useful in this time when people are forced to isolate because of a pandemic. I will end my argument with this point to ponder on. Can you imagine if technology was not available as a means of meeting new friends and connecting?
First of all, we can still meet up with people nowadays, but we just have to do social distancing since coronavirus has eased.
Yes, you do have to have social distancing, but you don't have to social distance if somebody was all the way over there and somebody was all the way over there, they would have to be shouting to each other.
No, but Boris Johnson, including the Queen, have all told us to do 2 meters. And
Yes.
not you can say 10 meters away.
Yes, at least 2 meters has to be done. Connecting with the people that you love during lockdown. Thanks to technology, social interaction and human activity can greatly increase and continue. Thank you for listening.
What can I say? We have heard from both teams, right? It was a nail-biting performance. They both presented strong arguments for and against the move.
All in all, your points were actually very good. But I still believe that technology will diminish human activity. And cyberbullying is one of the is something that happens only because of online games. There would not be any cyberbullying and no depression if it were for online games like Roblox, WhatsApp, and others. And teachers lot of teachers lose their work just because their computer breaks. If they just wrote it down on a piece of paper, it would not have happened at all. If technology came to a halt in the next century, we would not survive. We cannot survive because we would be so used to technology that we have around us, it would be impossible for us to survive. We'd have adapted too much. Thank you.
My opponent, Ashton, you had some good points, but without technology, it has also helped us a lot because it has, in hospitals, people are not able to see heartbeats without technology.
Point of information, but loads of sicknesses or diseases or maybe loss of eyesight can also come from technology. So technology causes it, but technology fixes it. If there wasn't technology in the first place, we wouldn't need any of this, and we could still meet up online and meet up together. And
Yes, but if technology was not available right now, how? Because we would have to stay 2 meters apart. Some people would have to miss months of learning because technology was not there to help them learn. Because of the months that we've been here, and also that people were online.
don't you think people were stronger in the older days because they didn't rely on technology and just put their heads back? They were stronger because they would always do everything themselves. They wouldn't rely on technology.
Yes, even though we rely on technology sometimes, it's still possible that the reason why technology was created is so that security cameras, like alarms where if somebody was to come inside their house while they were sleeping, the alarm would go off. But in the olden days, the person wouldn't even know it happened. But
Speakers from Ash class and Poly class, what an exciting round of debates you've given us. Give yourselves a round of applause. So the mood for today was technology will diminish social interactions and reduce human activities. We had a very difficult task as judges. You all did very, very well. So well that we decided to have 2 guest speakers from each class. The speaker from Ash is Adam. And the best speaker from Poly is Malachi. The overall winner for today's competition goes to the team that was just a tiny bit more consistent, especially with the rebuttals and the type of questions posed and the type of responses given. It was extremely, extremely close. But this round goes to Ash class, sorry. Ash class.